Hello everyone, the Water Magister here. This is a new video I'm coming out with, a new series that I'm calling Metatron's Meditations. Um, this series is going to incorporate 12 different videos and 12 different practices that I've been gifted, that I've learned along the way, and different meditations that I feel can benefit the whole. I'm sure by now that you've seen the past two videos that I've posted. They are color coded, or better to say, elemental coded. And I wanted to share with you what each element or each color is going to represent, so that you can know how my channel is going to flow going forward. So if you see a blue background or a water background, this is an indication of a new topic that I'd like to talk about that has nothing to do with meditation. So it could be mindful practices, lectures, things like that. If you see a red background or a fire background, this is an indication of a sound healing with my tank drum. If you see a green background or a forest background, this is an indication of a guided meditation video, which will, for this series, there's going to be 12 different guided meditations, part of the Metatron's meditation series. And if you see a yellow background or wind, this is an indication of breathwork practices, a guided breathwork. So I wanted to color code these so that it's easier for you people out there in YouTube land or anywhere that you're finding this video, so you can see which element you want to dive into. Now, I want to talk a little bit about today's class, because these forest or green background are going to be essentially meditation classes that you can take for free on YouTube. My purpose of creating this series called Metatron's Meditations is to create eventually a workbook that assists other teachers to guide people on, you can call it initiation and activation, whatever it is that you want to label it as, but it's going to be a 12-week course, and I'll have a workbook planned out, and different videos associated to them, as well as the different practices to do. So let's get right into week one. So week one, what's going to happen today? Today we're going to discuss a bunch of different things, awareness practices, how to be aware in an environment for a good majority of the time, or better yet, at all times is the goal. We're going to discuss affirmations, the power of affirmations, and we're going to go over a mantra, which we'll do for 15 minutes, mantra meditation, and then after that we will be doing an energy recall meditation. So I'm going to get right into it. I'm going to play a little bit of just light background music for us. So first thing is, since this is the beginning of the Metatron's meditation series, you want to start creating a practice for yourself to bring you to a state of awareness as often as possible. So how do you do this? Really easy one that I personally found is your posture. If you keep an upright posture, it takes a certain level of awareness to keep your posture straight. So if you ever see me out in public, you may notice that my posture is upright for the majority of the time. Otherwise, if you don't see me in an upright posture, you can pretty much safely assume that I'm not being as present or as aware of a situation. There's also different methods. I call the third person method, camera method, which is a method that was inspired by the show with Jim Carrey, or what's it called? The movie inspired by Jim Carrey called The Truman Show. So if you've never watched that video or that movie, I recommend you checking it out because it's awesome. It gives you a lot of things to think about. With that in mind, is you're going to be watching yourself as if you're watching your own TV show, but like a video camera, third person video camera, observing everything that you're doing and what you're thinking. So we're just going to get right into it, okay? So I want you to go ahead and get into a comfortable position. Once you get into a comfortable position, keep a straight back. Do your best. Some of you may have back issues, and I understand that, but do your best to have an upright posture. And then begin to close the eyes. Take a deep inhale in through the nose. Exhaling out the mouth. Letting go of the day. Letting go of how you got here. Deep inhale in through the nose. Exhale out the mouth. Last deep inhale. Hold for 10 seconds. Deep inhale in. As you're holding this breath, notice where your thoughts are going. See if you can keep your focus on the beating of your heart against the chest. Slowly exhaling out the mouth. Letting go of how you got here and where you have to be when you leave here. Breathing normally. Still keeping the eyes closed. Noticing where your thoughts are flowing towards. I want you to begin paying attention to any sounds that you may be hearing aside from this video. Any sounds that are coming from the room that you're in. Maybe you may hear things outside where you're living. Just placing your awareness on different sound effects. Still maintaining your posture. I want you now to begin creating a video camera using your imagination. And this video camera is right behind you, over your shoulder, the right or left shoulder, whichever you choose. Creating that video camera, watching the life of who you are, your own TV show. It's observing and recording everything that you're doing. See if you can look through the lens of this video camera and notice how your body is from that third person point of view. You're observing how the posture is, how your breath is going in and out, how still the body is. And using this video camera, and as you're looking through the lens, play with the different angles. If you're looking from the left shoulder, move over to the right. And just look at yourself from different angles. Up above, looking at the top of your head. In front of you, looking at your face from the front view. How peaceful you are in this state. Maybe your thoughts are still lingering and distracted, but bring it back to the visualization for this particular exercise. Watching your own TV show. Begin then now to see this video camera merge back into your body from wherever it came. And it's just you sitting in the chair. Now with a greater sense of clarity, that you can observe yourself in this third person point of view. And if you can observe yourself from this point of view, you can pay attention to thoughts that you're thinking about. Are they serving you? Are these thoughts coming from love or fear of something? As you're in the body, noticing how the chest rises and falls. Noticing the beating of the heart against the chest. Take a deep inhale into the nose. Exhale out the mouth. Deep inhale into the nose. Exhale out the mouth. Last deep inhale, holding for 10 seconds. Deep inhale in. Noticing where your thoughts are going. Be the observer, like you're watching your own TV show. Where are they going? Exhale out the mouth. Breathing normally. Those are called grounding breaths. And slowly begin to open the eyes, reacclimating yourself into this room. Maybe looking at different objects in your room with fresh eyes. Noticing how you feel now from when you first started. So, as we move on, understand that each of these things are just tools for you to use at any point in time. You can always be the observer. You can always watch the TV show of your life happening and be that third person. And it's really interesting when you start looking at your life in that way. You get to pay attention to the mannerisms that you do, how you move your hands, if you fidget. Now, another way to be present is conditioning of the mind. How do you condition your mind? Well, you can say certain phrases, and this is something that I learned when I was teaching myself how to lucid dream. So you can periodically throughout your day, as you're driving, as you're doing dishes, making food, you can ask yourself a certain question in your mind. And that question is, am I dreaming? Is this a dream? Am I dreaming? Is this a dream? And what's going to end up happening is the more and more you do this for yourself, you condition your mind, you condition the subconscious, so that when you are in a state of non-awareness, you'll ask yourself that question. And when you're sleeping and you're in your dream state, you'll ask that same question, and you can have a lucid dream. And if you're not familiar with what lucid dreaming is, I'm going to be making videos about that as well. But for time's sake, it's essentially the ability to wake up inside your dream and do anything you want. And it's possible. I know because I do it. And there's a lot of videos out there as well on the subject. So that's another way to be present. Third way is periodic touch. So you condition your body to touch a point on the body when you're aware, when you're being present. So maybe it can be when I'm in a present state, I'm going to touch my middle left knuckle. So what ends up happening, each time you do that, when you're not in a present state, you'll touch the left middle knuckle and you bring yourself back to the present moment. Again, these are all tools. So those are the four things that I've learned that you can use as a daily practice. And to go over them again: posture, observer method or third person TV show, phrases to say in your mind periodically, or periodic touch. And it could be any portion of your body, but just make sure that you're consistent with that body part. So it could be the tip of your nose. You can also make it a piece of jewelry. So every time I touch this vial of water, it'll bring me back to the present moment. So it all depends on what you want to play with in that. Now, we're going to go into our next subject: affirmations. Morning affirmations. Something that I learned that is so powerful is affirming something, declaring something. And something even more powerful is doing it in the morning, setting the tone for how you're going to operate that day. What are you going to embody that day? How often have you woken up because your alarm went off and you say to yourself, "Oh gosh, this is going to be such a crap day. I'm going to feel like crap. I feel like crap." And what ends up happening? You have a really crappy day. You feel very sluggish because you just affirmed it. You declared it. The moment you woke up, you're like, "You know what? Today's going to be a really crappy day." Well, guess what you just created? You created a really crappy day. So instead, in place of that, create a morning affirmation for yourself. And before we go into the affirmations of how you can create affirmations, I want to let you know about a study conducted by a Japanese scientist, and his name is Dr. Masaru Emoto. He came out with the studies that show when you apply intention into water, when you declare something to water, or when you write a label and put it on water, you change the molecular structure of the water. And for more information, just go on YouTube and type in intention water or Masaru Emoto, and he'll come up. But what that study shows and what that proves to me, I'm not going to put anything in anyone else's mouth, but what it proves to me and what it shows to me is that since we are water, we are 70 to 80% water. The things we say to ourselves, the things that we think about ourselves, maybe you might say to yourself, "I'm not worthy enough for this. I'm not creative. I'm not this. I'm not that." You're solidifying the belief, and the water in your body is being conditioned by those words. So because you've said those things, your body's like, "Okay, you're not that. Cool. What else?" So affirmations are so powerful. But the trick to affirmations that I've learned is people think that just by saying the word, you're going to shift out of a certain belief. And that's not necessarily true. What has to happen in an affirmation is you pick a certain amount of words. So you would do, for example, you always start out with "I am" for an affirmation because you want to declare it in the present tense. "I am this." And then you want to choose a positive adjective. So for example, I'm going to give you some affirmations that I do for myself every morning. I am. I am light. I am joy. I am peace. I am abundance. I am abundant. I am power. I am grace. I am truth. I am worthy. I am free. Another affirmation that I like to do, and I've learned this from a group and a collective called the Light Beings Community. It's called Power Statement. I'll just say it to you. It's "I am the Water Magister, wise, dedicated, deliberate, humble, strong, compassionate, confident, and I travel the world while making money." So you choose an "I am" statement. You choose a persona. You choose 6 positive adjectives and what you want to do with that positive adjective. Now, going back to my initial statement, that the missing key to affirmations, that just because you say a word or a phrase doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to all of a sudden change. What you're aiming for, what you really want to create, is you want to feel chills. You want to feel that your hairs stand up when you say these affirmations. And how do you get there? How do you get to feel that? And why do you feel that? Well, let's go to the why first, actually. The why, I feel in my experience, is because it's your body communicating with you, letting you know that it likes what's happening right now. And it's observing and absorbing what you're saying to it. So it's like the water in your body is like, oh, yes, I can feel that. All right, I'm going to embody this for you now. All right, what else? And to get to that point, you want to say affirmations in different tonalities. So like, for example, I'm going to say it in a very monotone way, right? I'm probably not even going to feel this, but let's do it. I am love. I am light. I am joy. I am peace. I am abundance. I am abundant. I am power. I am grace. I am worthy. I am truth. I am free. Now I'm going to say it with more gusto, more inspiration, more dedication behind it, and like really, really feel it. I am love. I am light. I am joy. I am peace. I am abundant. I am abundance. I am worthy. I am truth. I am free. I feel that more because I'm saying it with more power behind it. I'm saying it with more feeling behind it. So the key to affirmations is say it in different tones until you feel the hairs on your skin jump up and you feel those goosebumps pop up, and it's your body like, yay, I like this, it's so good. So you want to get to that point. Don't just say it in a monotone way. All right, I did it. I did my morning affirmation. Let's start my day. No, like really put something behind it. Put your effort behind it. And if you want to kick it up a notch, look in the mirror and look at yourself in the eyes when you say it. I am love. I am light. I am peace. I am joy. I am abundant. I am abundance. I am worthy. I am truth. I am free. So that's the power of affirmations. Now we're going to go into a 15-minute mantra that I call the I am mantra. So let me pull up this video that I want to play in the background. And in the meantime, you can pause the video. Oh, where is it? It's not up here anymore. Okay, so for now, let's just go ahead and begin to close the eyes. And just listen to my words. What we're going to do for the next 15 minutes is we are going to recite a certain phrase over and over and over. And as you recite this phrase over and over and over, you want to do it out loud. You want to do it in your head. And the reason behind it is because there's power behind your words, especially when you say it in different tonalities. So I encourage, when you do this, when you're speaking this, to please either sing it or feel it in different tonalities. Speak it in different tonalities. There we go, I found it. Ha. So we're going to say the phrases, and about 5 minutes into this, because we're doing this for 15 minutes, about 5 minutes into it, I'm going to have you continue to speak the phrase over and over and over, singing it or saying it in different tonalities. And I'm going to be speaking certain things to you as you're speaking this out loud. So essentially, what's going to happen is I'm going to guide you. On top of you mantraing and speaking these things out loud, you're going to have a visualization in your mind with your eyes closed. And the visualization is rather simple. Visualization is you're going to see and visualize a ball of white light in the center of the chest. And each time that you say this word, this phrase, that ball of light is going to expand more and more and more in all directions. So it's going to be like a huge orb of light going in all directions. But we're going to get to that point very slowly, and I'm going to guide you through the whole thing. Okay? So what we're going to do is go ahead, and if you haven't closed your eyes yet, go ahead and do so now. And begin to repeat after me. Taking a deep inhale in through the nose. Exhale out the mouth. Grounding yourself, deep inhale through the nose. Exhale out the mouth. Last deep inhale through the nose. Hold. Exhale out the mouth. Breathing normally. And so we begin. I am that I am. One with Source I am. Shining bright for all to see. I am that I am. One with Source I am. Shining bright for all to see. I am that I am. One with Source I am. Shining bright for all to see. I am that I am. One with Source I am. Shining bright for all to see. I am that I am. One with Source I am. Shining bright for all to see. I am that I am. One with Source I am. Shining bright for all to see. I am that I am. One with Source I am. Shining bright for all to see. I am that I am. One with Source I am. Shining bright for all to see. I am that I am. One with Source I am. Shining bright for all to see. I am that I am. One with Source I am. Shining bright for all to see. I am that I am. One with Source I am. Shining bright for all to see. I am that I am. One with Source I am. Shining bright for all to see. I am that I am. One with Source I am. Shining bright for all to see. I am that I am. One with Source I am. Shining bright for all to see. I am that I am. One with Source I am. Shining bright for all to see. I am that I am. One with Source I am. Shining bright for all to see. I am that I am. One with Source I am. Shining bright for all to see. I am that I am. One with Source I am. shining bright for all to see. I am that I am, one with Source I am, shining bright for all to see. I am that I am, one with Source I am, shining bright for all to see. I am that I am, one with Source I am, shining bright for all to see. I am that I am. Keep repeating the mantra out loud. If you're being distracted by anything outside, bring your focus back to the mantra. I am that I am, one with Source I am, shining bright for all to see. I am that I am. Keep repeating it out loud. At this point, you may have the mind starting to kick in, saying, I don't want to do this. Keep repeating the mantra out loud. Keep pushing past that voice. As you're pushing past this voice and you're speaking this out loud, place your focus and awareness at the center of the chest as you're continuing to speak this phrase, this mantra out loud. And as your focus and awareness is at the center of the chest, visualize a beautiful ball of white light, maybe the size of a golf ball, as you're continuing to say the mantra out loud. Noticing how this ball is pulsing in and out, expanding, contracting little by little. And as you say the phrase and you complete a cycle, notice how the ball begins to expand out in all directions, getting bigger. I am that I am, one with Source I am, shining bright for all to see. I am that I am. Continue speaking the mantra, visualizing that ball of light expanding in all directions. Keep visualizing this ball of light until it encompasses your entire body, and your entire body is inside this ball of light. This ball of light is a representation of the love that you have for yourself, for those around you, that we so often forget to give to ourselves, and we so willingly give it to others. Allow yourself to bask in your own love, in your own expansion, your own creative process, using your imagination, the God gift that you've been given, to create. I am that I am, one with Source I am, shining bright for all to see. I am that I am, one with Source I am, shining bright for all to see. I am that I am, one with Source I am, shining bright for all to see. I am that I am. Maintain that visualization, speaking out loud. One with Source I am, shining bright for all to see. I am that I am, one with Source I am, shining bright for all to see. I am that I am, one with Source I am, shining bright for all to see. I am that I am, one with Source I am, shining bright for all to see. I am that I am. Keep speaking the mantra out loud as you're still listening to my voice. Maintaining that visualization. If your mind wanders, if you get distracted, bring it back. There's no place else to be. This moment is for you to give love to yourself, to give appreciation to yourself. Notice as you're speaking these words, maybe you say them in different tonalities. Maybe at some points you may feel that tingly sensation, those chills that I was mentioning before. Allow yourself to step into that space. You deserve this moment. You deserve this moment. As your visualization is on that ball of light, now begin to expand that ball of light to encompass the entire room that you're in. So that entire room is engulfed in that white light, that love that you have for yourself. Visualizing it go in all directions in your room, filling the entire room up as you're still speaking the mantra out loud. I am that I am, one with Source I am, shining bright for all to see. I am that I am, one with Source I am, shining bright for all to see. I am that I am. Maintain the mantra. Keep speaking out loud. Keep affirming. As that visualization is encompassing the entire room, now expand that ball of light even further, encompassing the entire living space that you're in, the house or apartment that you're in. And once you get to that point, expand it even out further, so that ball of light encompasses the entire neighborhood that you're in, so that other people that are in your space can feel that love within themselves. They can feel that inspiration within themselves. They may not know where it's coming from, but you do. You know it's you emanating your love in all directions. Because that's how powerful you are. No longer holding yourself small. No longer thinking that you're less than. You're safe. You are safe to feel what you're feeling right now in this space. Maintain that visualization and speak those words out loud. I am that I am, one with Source I am, shining bright for all to see. I am that I am, one with Source I am, shining bright for all to see. I am that I am, one with Source I am, shining bright for all to see. I am that I am, one with Source I am, shining bright for all to see. I am that I am, one with Source I am, shining bright for all to see. I am that I am. Keep speaking those words out loud, maintaining that visualization, doing your best to have your back straight in an upright position. I am that I am, one with Source I am, shining bright for all to see. I am that I am, one with Source I am, shining bright for all to see. I am that I am, one with Source I am, shining bright for all to see. I am that I am, one with Source I am, shining bright for all to see. I am that I am. Keep maintaining, speaking these words out loud for the next few moments. Really mean it. Put so much love behind these words. I am that I am, one with Source I am, shining bright for all to see. I am that I am, one with Source I am, shining bright for all to see. I am that I am, one with Source I am, shining bright for all to see. I am that I am, one with Source I am, shining bright for all to see. I am that I am. This next round that you're doing, speak it very softly and elongate the phrase. Just follow me, follow my lead. I am that I am, one with Source I am, shining bright for all to see. I am that I am. Take a deep inhale into the nose. Hold that breath. Notice what you're feeling in the body in this moment. From when you first began up until now. Hold the breath. Keep holding. When you exhale, not just yet, bring the belly and suck the belly back in towards the spine. Exhale out. And then begin to breathe normally. Still keeping the eyes closed. And slowly, in your own space, in your own way, begin to open the eyes, reacclimating yourself into this room. Maybe doing a little stretch, raising your arms up above the head, reaching, really reaching, making the fists in both hands, turning yourself over to the left, turning yourself over to the right, and take one deep inhale through the nose. Let out a sigh. Breathing normally. So that is called the I am mantra. I recommend that you do this anytime that you don't feel yourself, anytime that you don't feel grounded, anytime that you don't feel in alignment. Realign yourself. This only took 15 minutes. I know some of you may say, I don't have 15 minutes in a day. Who has that kind of time? Make the time. Make the time for yourself. Give to yourself first, and then you can give to others, so that you don't get depleted, so that you don't feel drained. Give to yourself. Give back to yourself. That is the greatest gift that you can ever give, is to give back to yourself, to love this body, to love this vessel that allows us to interact with this world, to see, to taste, to touch, to feel. To feel. So the last thing that we're going to go over is about, let's say, a 2 to 3 minute exercise that I call the energy recall meditation. So let me get some ambient sounds here. What am I feeling? Let's do forest music. No, forest sounds. Yeah. There we go. Okay. So, from this space, what's going to happen is we're going to close our eyes once more. Excuse me. And we're going to visualize a ball of white light in the center of our chest again. But in this instance, what we're going to do is we're going to visualize all these little micro fragments of light, these balls of light. And another name for it is chi balls. If you ever practice qigong or tai chi, they work a lot with these chi balls. So you're visualizing like little small fragments all spread around the world, maybe in the same state as you, and they're different fragments that you may have gifted or given so freely to another person that may have not really appreciated it or accepted it the way that you intended it to be. And it's time to recall these back to yourself with intention. So as we have the eyes closed and we go into this space, I'm going to guide you through it. We're going to visualize a ball of white light in the center of the chest. And then you're going to visualize these little soul fragments, these little balls of light all coming back to you. And then as they come back, you're seeing that ball of light in the center of the chest get bigger and bigger until it encompasses your entire chest. And every single thing that I've gone through in this video, these are all just individual tools that you can practice. You can choose just one of them. Just do one of the tools just once a day, and you'll notice a huge improvement in your lifestyle, in your mind, and you'll have greater clarity, greater sense of peace. So let's begin. Go ahead and close the eyes. Find a nice comfortable position once more. We're only going to be here for about 2 or 3 minutes. Not too long. So take a deep inhale into the nose. Exhaling out the mouth. Deep inhale into the nose. Exhaling out the mouth. Last deep inhale through the nose. Hold for 10 seconds. Deep inhale in. Hold. Exhale out the mouth. Breathing normally. Bring your attention and focus to the center of the chest. Visualizing a ball of white light. Using your imagination, the God gift that you're given. It could be the size of a marble, the size of a golf ball. But every time that you inhale and exhale, see it expand a little bit and then contract back to its original size, as if it's breathing with you. Feel the warmth emanating from the chest as you visualize this. Now I want you to begin visualizing, maybe it could be individual people, experiences that have these little fragments, and call them back towards you. Visualize them coming back to you wherever they are at a very rapid speed. Seeing them all come from different directions, connecting back with that ball of light in the center of your chest. And as that happens, seeing each ball of light add to that ball of light in the center of the chest until it encompasses the entire chest itself. Realigning yourself and bringing balance back into yourself. Notice how it feels to draw that energy back towards you. All these times that we gave and gave and gave, but we forgot to give back to ourselves. We forgot to love ourselves. We may have gotten lost because we wanted to give so much. And the truth is, we give so much because we want to receive that. It's us who wants to receive this. And when you give this to yourself, it's effortless to give that outwardly, because it just exudes from you at that point. It expands in all directions at that point. Maintain that visualization if you've gotten distracted, seeing these different fragments come back into the body. Begin to take a deep inhale into the nose. Exhale out a sigh. Breathing normally. Place both of your hands over the heart, stacked on top of each other. And you're going to say this phrase out loud, but you're going to direct the phrase to yourself. And if you have any judgments of saying this out loud, because there may be people around, let that judgment go. This is time for you. You deserve this. And the phrase is very simple. I'm sure you've heard it before. The phrase is, I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Feeling the heart beating against the hands. Deep inhale into the nose. Exhale out the mouth. Deep inhale into the nose. Exhale out the mouth. Last deep inhale, hold for 10 seconds. Deep inhale in. Hold. Exhale out the mouth. Drop your hands. Slowly begin to open the eyes. So as you reacclimate yourself into this room, just really be appreciative of the moment that you have here in this space. Be thankful for even waking up in the morning, because we don't know when this is going to end. We like to think that we always have tomorrow, or we could do it tomorrow. I'll do it tomorrow. I'll have a little more free time. I mean, just watch another TV show. So there's going to be a total of 12 of these Metatron meditation videos, and they're all different. They're all going to be different things to go over. And if you enjoyed this, please like and subscribe the video down below. I'm doing this because I know what type of impact this has. This meditation, this thing that I just went over, this video, this is the first meditations that I taught at a class that I was asked to substitute for, and I was like, what? Teach a meditation class? I'm not able to do that. But I had written down certain things that I had learned up until that point. And it was as if like the universe was like, hey, it's time for you to start sharing what you know. Do it. Go. And I had a lot of fear. But something that one of my mentors shared with me about fear, and something that I'll never forget, is fear shows us the direction of which to go. I've never faced a fear and have been worse off from facing that fear. So anytime that you have a fear, face it. On the other side is your greatness. Thank you.